Morning, guys. Oh, it's early. Let's talk about Marvel's Avengers. With all the updates and everything, and the so-so Hawkeye DLC, we know that we're gonna get War for Wakanda towards the end of the year. No hard date, no insight as to what it's going to completely look like, and it is going to be an expansion. Here's my question to you. Can Black Panther and the War for Wakanda save Marvel's Avengers? That episode is right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Assemble. Good morning, good day, good afternoon. I'm Matt. Thank you very much for joining us here on the show. I'm excited. I just got back from dropping the kids off at the bus. I got my stinking coffee. I got me a double-double from Tim Hortons. Feeling good. I came down to the studio and I thought I'm going to talk to a lot of the community members. I want to talk to all of you about Marvel's Avengers because it's a hot topic for Matt, because I'm enjoying myself. And maybe the DLC for Hawkeye was lackluster, and maybe I didn't feel like it really nailed what I wanted it to do. But I started thinking over the weekend as I was playing some more and I was enjoying myself a little bit more. I really want to talk to all of you and ask, do you think that the War for Wakanda DLC, Black Panther, that introduction and that piece of content is going to be able to save this game? Now that's kind of a loaded question in itself, right? Because you'd probably say, Matt, no, the game is garbage and it's over and you need to jump ship right now. Others might say, Matt, one piece of content is not going to save an entire game. It just can't. But do you think that the War for Wakanda DLC with Black Panther will do what it needs to do in order to help elevate the game into the following year? We already have our roadmap. We have a roadmap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited about that. We did an episode on that earlier last week. But we have a roadmap of what we are expected to get throughout the course of the year. And it's supposed to end with Black Panther, not Spider-Man. And Black Panther was supposed to come out like last year, and so was Hawkeye, and anyways. And we're very far out from this. I wonder if Square and the team with Marvel's Avengers are working towards making the Wakanda DLC bigger and better. It's not touted as a DLC either. It specifically says that it's an expansion. So that gets me wondering, and based off of what we just have in a little sliver of content, where they mention that we have new factions, you get new outfits, you have Black Panther, power level cap increase, new biome, new outposts, and you're also getting new story. And this was all within the roadmap that Square outlined at the Square Enix event. So to say that you're getting a new story, this tells me one of two things. Either they're going to end the future imperfect time travel DLC piece that we're on right now, and that story is going to end with the Cosmic Cube, and they are going to then switch gears and give us a brand new single story or a new story for the next year, starting off with Black Panther. If they do that, I think that the game has a real shot. I think, and I'm totally speculating, and it's Matt playing fantasy football here, go football. I think that if they turn the Black Panther piece into the next version of this game, with all of the new updated content, all of the DLC, characters, the adjustments, next-gen updates, if you take Wakanda and you take that expansion, and now you treat it as its own story, and its own piece going into the following year, into 2022, I think that that could really change things up. And you get away from these incremental DLC pieces, and if they can build a world around Wakanda and the existing content that they have, it might actually beef this thing up to be like, it can just be the games as a service and can be a live, living, breathing environment that we actually want to play. From now until we get to the Wakanda expansion, a lot needs to still happen. Right now, it's still feeling a little hollow, and right now, it's not feeling like there is enough to do. And even a lot of you in the comments for our previous episodes have talked about how, like, you've beat the Hawkeye DLC, the Wasteland doesn't have enough in there to actually do. We're still waiting on certain things. Some of the updates haven't come through for some of you. Like, there's a lot of stuff still needs to be ironed out and fixed. And there's a lot of games that are still out there that are coming this summer, that are coming this year, that are going to take everyone's attention and time away from this game. So I kind of wonder if Square is going to look at it and say, we've gotten the game to the best place it possibly can this year. However, we have invested way too much into this brand, into this piece, into Marvel. We cannot let this thing go down. We need to get our money back, and we need to show that we can grow this thing. It's a large investment and a large game to undertake, that they can't just let this thing die. And you can see that based on the whole roadmap, we're getting the little bits of content and updates all throughout the year leading into the Wakanda expansion. And I think that that piece really does need to kick things off for the next year and almost press another reset button. Where right now they can say, we've got the next gen updates, we've got everything into a good solid place where everything's working. And by the way, I'm loving my load times. I'm loving that it's only taking 4 to 5 seconds to actually load into like the game, fly around. 60 FPS is gorgeous. Having the actual high quality mode, I really love, like, to actually see a little bit more shine and sheen off Iron Man. Like, it's looking really good, and it's looking a lot more polished. It does start to feel like a different game, minus aim robots that are everywhere. But what does Wakanda have to do? What does the War for Wakanda have to do? Why I'm excited and staying optimistic is that it's got the wording of new story. And new story and new enemies and claw factions. All of this speaks to we're getting away from the AIM storyline. And if we can inject the War for Wakanda expansion in there, this could elevate the game and open things up into bigger possibilities and getting more to do. And then once you actually get into that expansion, maybe they go less of the route of having these just kind of DLC pieces throughout this almost comic book style, issue style DLC. And maybe they end this piece of content with the Cosmic Cube, move on to Wakanda as an expansion piece, and then they could say we have a Spider-Man expansion coming in 2022. Because Spider-Man is not even on the roadmap right now, and it's not even spoken about. And I think it's because it is such a giant character, a giant piece of Sony. They got the exclusivity with Square to have it over on PlayStation. They need to do that right. And if they want to be able to nail Spider-Man, you can't have a 2-hour or an hour and 45-minute DLC piece that it's a continuation of a story that already in itself has problems. It's lackluster. It doesn't have enough weight and punch. And to have just Spider-Man swinging around in the city fighting AIM robots, it's going to get dull real fast, and not enough skins and costumes are going to be able to fix that. I think that if you want War for Wakanda to do well on its own and to do that character justice, to have Black Panther stand out and shine as this awesome character that people have loved from the MCU, then they need to do the right thing and being able to get this thing off the ground with its own story, its own missions, and expand that world of Wakanda and get away from the AIM storyline. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comments below. What does Square need to do to make War for Wakanda successful? The player base is still down. We don't have enough people coming back to the game right now. People are going through, like me, and playing the DLC, enjoying myself, but a lot of people are not convinced that this is going to go well. What does the War for Wakanda need to do for you in order to be successful? Let me know in the comments below. You guys have been amazing, by the way, for supporting the show. We just broke through 1,200 subscribers, which is baffling to me. So thank every single one of you for giving the time to click and to watch and to take 6 minutes and 8 minutes and hang out with us in the community. It's really been awesome. Support the show some more. Let me know what you think. I love chatting with all of you about what's going on with Marvel's Avengers and some of the other games and highlights that's going on within the world of gaming right now. And Justice League, that thing is that's fun. I love talking about that. Be sure to be able to check us out on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/assembleshow. Exclusive content there every single month for you. Join the community there too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm Matt here on Assemble. Thank you guys for assembling with us. See ya.